Hey guys, Melissa here. I'm super excited to share my first makeup tutorial with you guys. Today I'll be doing a super easy glowy look that is suitable for any type of event. I'm going to start by filling in her brows. I create a line underneath the bottom edge of her brow hairs and use this as a guideline, following her natural brow hair while also giving her a fuller looking brow. I'm going to blend this pomade out and then I'm going to set it in with a powder. I like to clean up the brow by using concealer following the first line that I made. This is going to give her a nice shaped and cut brow, and this also makes the brow bone pop. Now I'm bringing down the concealer, mixing it in with an eyelid primer, and then setting it with just a little powder to avoid any creasing. The primer that I'm using actually says that it doesn't need to be set, but I do so anyway. This will totally be up to you guys. Now I always start with the lighter shade of color using a small blending brush and pulling up her brow bone just to make sure that I'm getting the color in the crease, and I use windshield wiper motions to blend it out. I also slowly deepen the color by packing it on a layer at a time until I reach my liking. Now I'm going in with another clean brush and a darker shadow. I blend this in with the first color, but I don't bring the color up too high. I keep it in right in the center and work it more towards the eyelid. Still lifting the brow, I continue to blend using windshield wiper motions. So I take the same color that I used the second time and pat it over the entire eyelid and make sure there's no visible line between the two colors. Everything should blend out seamlessly. Now I'm taking a shimmery shadow to create that glowy look. I use both my finger and a wet brush. Usually I only use my finger because the shimmer shadows come out way more pigmented this way. Now I'm going in with the face primer and blending that out with my beauty blender, or you can use a small stippling brush, whatever suits you better. Because she has some darkness underneath her eyes, I'm color correcting with the red concealer and blending that out with my beauty blender. I'm using a concealer shade closer to her skin tone because I'm focusing on covering the redness since I don't want to brighten yet. While using the smallest amount of powder, I'm going to set the product. This will prevent it from moving around when we use foundation. Now I'm going to start dotting foundation on her face and blending it out with the damp beauty blender, making sure I'm also blending it down her neck to avoid any harsh lines. I'm taking a lighter shade of concealer now to brighten up underneath the eyes. Using my contour stick, I'm going to contour around her forehead and carve out her cheekbones and then blend that all out. Before I begin to set anything with powder, I make sure to blend out just once more to avoid any crease lines. I'm warming up the face some more with the bronzer using an angled brush and then deepening that with another bronzer and a smaller angled brush for a more precise contour. Now I'm cleaning up the contour with the same powder I set the concealer with for a more chiseled look. I like to add hydration back to the face after adding so many powders and follow with falsies, but first measuring them and then cutting them if needed. I love a smoky lower lash line, so I'm using the second shadow we used in her crease with a flat brush and then blending it out for a smoky gradient effect. I also take the color out to meet with the outer corner of the upper lid and finishing it off with mascara. Now I'm adding blush to the apples of her cheeks and blending it out towards the contour using a stippling brush. The stippling brush is by far my favorite brush ever. Using lip liner, I'm lining her lips and overlining just a little at her cupid's bow, topping it with a nude lipstick and finishing it off with my favorite lip gloss. Last but not ever the least, highlight. I love adding whatever highlight I'm using in the inner corner for that extra pop, as well as the brow bone. That completes this makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and learned a thing or two. If you like this and want to see more videos, give it a thumbs up and be sure to share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.